Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one it is Turbo Esprit, which was released by Durell in 1986. I think the game still has to load. Now, the idea of this game is you're an undercover policeman, and you have been given some sort of tip-off that there is a drug shipment due, and you have to go and stop the shipment from being distributed. And the way you do it is jumping into your trusty Turbo Esprit and well, basically go around either shooting or ramming any of the drug cars off the road. They also send out like hitmen after you, or in their cars, so you have to deal with those as well. And it sounds reasonable, I suppose. So let's select a city. I haven't got a clue which one, so we'll just go number 1, High Ham. Yes. Now, I first played this on the Spectrum, and I must admit, the Spectrum version wasn't bad. It always pains me to say that, but yeah, the Spectrum version was okay. The Commodore 64 version, well, I mean, look at it. Right, so there's an armoured car scene on East 18, so if we bring up the map, we'll see that East 18 is way up. So we've got quite a way to go. The trouble is, this game fucking crawls along. Now you've seen on the map here, right, how far I am from the first junction. Okay, now let's see how long it takes us to actually get there in the game. Still no sign of it. Oh, here it comes. So here it is now. That's the first junction. As you saw, according to the map, I was almost right on top of it. It's taken that long to get there, and of course he was seen in East 18. Well, that's up around here. On way down here, it's going to take me a fucking eternity to reach there at this speed, but this is the fastest I can go. So, well, while we're trying to make it there, let's get part of the review done. So first of all, sound. Oh, there's a hit car closing in. Right, well, we'll slow right down so that he can catch up with us, because otherwise we're waiting for an age for him to come along. Bang, there he goes. Right, him in the white car there. So what we do now is we try and catch him up, which is a thankless fucking task. It looks like he's gone out of sight, so I'm not going to be able to catch him. So what you would do is, if you catch up with him and then you fire, and that's what your fire looks like. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I mean, while we're looking at the graphics, oh, there he is. Now you got to slow down and keep away from the explosion, but try not to crash. Okay, so well, I took out the hit car. Now, where has that put me? It's put me right back at the fucking start, so I've got to go all that fucking way again. Now, I can't remember where it said the drug car was. I've got to wait for the next message to come up. So, right, graphics. And your car, it's bearing in mind you're supposed to be in a Turbo Esprit. Well, look at it. That is not what a fucking Turbo Esprit, you know, a fucking Lotus looks like. It looks more like a fucking Trabant. The speed it goes, Turbo Esprit is really not a very accurate name. It's more like Milk Float would be a more accurate name in terms of the speed. So he's at N19. So, well, I'm on the right road, but I don't know how far up it is. Well, I do know, he's fucking miles up. But I mean, surely I don't need to say very much else as far as how shit the graphics are, whether it's your car, the other cars on the road, the pedestrians, and there are pedestrians there, as I've just hit a fucking lamppost and crashed, which means it's now going to take me all the way fucking back. So I'm now, okay, so I'm still on N20, I'm approaching East 25. Anyway, yeah, so back to the graphics. So yeah, the cars look shit. The roadside buildings are all this same plain, you know, grey blocks. That's all they are. The pedestrians, let's see if we can spot any, because there are some, although you wouldn't think it. And of course now I can't fucking see any. But they just look like asterisks that floating around on the pavement. Well, okay, there's one just gone past there. It's just a completely plain white. Well, I'll say I think it's supposed to be like a Matchstick Man, but it looks more like a fucking. You know when you get the dandelions that there's one I just passed there again. When you get the dandelions that you blow and all the seeds get blown away, it looks like one of those. But that's, in this game, that's meant to be a person. And then of course there's the let's turn down here so I actually just show you, you know, me actually turning a corner. There's another hit car closing in. Alright, now there's also I've forgotten what I was going to fucking say now. Something else graphics wise. I can't remember it. Where's this fucking hit car? I mean, we can go in reverse. Okay, there's also, right, there's the matter of the scores. Okay, you get 500 points for destroying a hit car. You get 1,000 points, I think, for destroying a drug car. But you also get penalty points. You get minus, well, you get 1,000 penalty points every time you lose a life. So, right, let's try and do a 360 turn. There is no sign of this hit car that was coming. So, fuck it. Right, I mean, you can stop at these lights here, but I've now stopped in the middle of the road. But all of the roads are dead straight. There's no bends in any of the roads of any kind. So the only time you actually turn is to do a 90-degree turn, you know, around the corner. Or if you want to do a 180-degree turn so that you're going in the opposite direction. They are the only times you actually turn. Anything else, it's just changing lane, and that's it. So the gameplay consists of driving around straight roads very slowly, occasionally changing lane, very occasionally doing a you know, right or left turn into another dead straight road, and occasionally firing your pathetic looking shots at either a drug car or a hit car. That's it. That's the gameplay. In fact, as far as graphics goes, the most impressive graphics of the game are on the fucking map there. So I was about to run into the back of one car there. But when they were programming this, and bearing in mind that this is just, I think the Spectrum version of this game came first. The Spectrum version, okay, it is monochromatic, at least as far as I remember it's monochromatic. Although the more I think about it, no, I'm not sure it was. But the Spectrum version runs about 10 times the speed of this. So when you're going along, you know, the long main roads like this, you're not crawling along waiting for something to happen. When you get messages coming up in a Spectrum version telling you that a hit car is approaching, it is approaching. There are also tiny little details on the Spectrum version, such as when you are changing lane, or if you change, you know, go down a 90-degree corner, the indicators flash on the car as well as on the dashboard. Now in this, yes, they flash on the dashboard but not on the car. There's another hit car closing in. Okay, is this one actually going to come past me? You can see there's somebody on the pavement there. That red one is the, there we go, so we destroyed that one. Well, there you go, that was a bit of excitement for you. But I mean, this is it. This is the entire fucking thing. Now, I haven't had a message appear on, you know, telling me where the drug car is for ages, so I haven't got a clue where he's gone. So let's go on to sound. Well, the sound consists of this very quiet engine noise. You're supposed to be in a turbocharged Lotus Esprit, and it sounds like, well, so I've heard Scalextric cars that, you know, produce more impressive engine sound than this. And really, apart from the engine sound, the only other sounds are your pathetic shooting sounds. The sound of if you crash, and the beep when a message appears telling you about the drug car. That's the entire sound effects during the game. I mean, there's some music on the title page, which is, well, probably the best thing. There's another hit car closing in, right? But I mean, the music on the title page is probably the best thing about the whole fucking game, and even that's like, you know, fucking wank. Right, so here we go. Let's try and catch up with this cunt and then try and take him out. He's out of range at the moment. I think he's in the same car as me, and I'm now going flat out, of course, so this is as close to him as I'm going to get. I've got to wait for him to run into traffic so that he'll have to slow down, because there's no guarantee of that, because of course all the cars are just going in straight fucking lines. So there we go. So I could have been waiting for fuck knows how long for him to slow down. So anyway, my score is now all the way up to minus 500, which is rather apt because that's pretty much the score I feel like giving this fucking game. So to finish off about the title page, okay, it's got some semi-okay music, but there are no graphics on the title page at all. It's just very bland text against a just completely plain black background. And this game is just... it's just fucking bollocks from start to finish. And I say, the really fucking annoying thing about it is that the Spectrum version of this game is pretty good. It's perfectly playable. It's not this fucking boring. It's not this slow. And let's have a look at the map, see how far I've actually travelled. I think those two there are showing either hit cars or I think I've just hit someone. Okay, no. But yeah, I think they're showing either hit cars or drug cars. So but I've got two more fucking no, 1, 2. So it's the third road junction I come across. Another hit car closing in. Oh fuck it. Well, I may as well slow down because at least it'll give me something to do. So, right, there's the cunt. Oh, bollocks. And then because I was pressing fire at the same time I was turning, it went to fucking turn me, to do a fucking 90-degree turn. Right, well, I missed the fucking hit car, but hopefully, hopefully I'll catch these, what I'm assuming are the drug cars. Now there are 3 that are, well, going to be in the rough area. I can't remember exactly how many there are per level. So my penalties have actually gone up to 3,100, so I've obviously done something that I wasn't aware of. Right, so I passed 1 turning. So 2 more junctions, and at that second one there is a chance that I might actually spot a drug car and have something to do, i.e. the same thing I have to do when a fucking hit car comes along. So what do I score it? I mean, it's a supreme example of absolute bollocks, this thing. The graphics are fucking laughable. The sound is practically non-existent, and the gameplay is a fucking joke. So I'll be generous. Oh, here we go, another fucking hit car coming. Right, I'll be generous and not give it minus 500. I'll give it 0, which is absolutely all it deserves. Right, so I've blown it up. I had to slow down because if you drive into the explosion that you create, then your car blows up and it's going, well, I don't know if it's game over. I don't know how many lives I got left. So right, so maybe at the next junction, yep, there are potential drug cars in the area. Isn't it exciting? You know, I'm approaching, like, you know, the amazing, fantastic climax of the level. I'm sure it'll be as gripping as the rest of the fucking game has been. So rating, I give the game 0, and that's me being generous, extremely generous towards it. It is fucking laughable. Fucking Turbo Esprit. So your car looks like a Trabant and it drives about the speed of a fucking milk float, and they call it Turbo Esprit. What the fucking hell is that? Right, here we are then at the junction. I've stopped out in the middle of the junction itself. Right, now let's check out our map. Well, there's something. I'll fucking hurry up and pass. Oh, he's turning down there. Let's turn down here, because this seems to be that hit car where he's carried on going. So, right, let's just double check, see if I am going the right way. Oh, he's fucking going the other way now, the cunt. This means it's probably going to take me an eternity to catch up with him. I mean, look how slow I move, and yeah, he's now turned down that junction I've hit. Oh, okay, I've hit another fucking car. Oh, fuck off. So it looks like there's no way I'm going to actually be able to see anything, because they're driving off the other direction. Now, there was a car coming towards me, but I bet you now that I've turned this way, it's going to turn up one of those other roads that are going northwards. Well, I'm still on course. I've just hit that fucking car again. Get out of the fucking way. I'm on this fucking fruitless search to try and find something happening in this fucking game. Yep, he's turned up there. I've got 2 junctions to go before I catch up with him, and there's no fucking way I'm going to do it. I've had enough of this fucking game. I mean, it's fucking boring, it's fucking shit, everything about it is shit. I mean, look at it, it looks like shit, sounds like it, and worst of all, it plays even more shit than it fucking looks. So that's Turbo Esprit, 0 out of 10. What a fucking pile of monkeys bollocks. So that brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.